Hi, my name is Kat Gebhardt, and I'm your room host for this session. Today's presenter is Courtney Sutherland. Before we begin, I would like to tell you a little bit more about today's presenter. Courtney is a passionate advocate for the healing power of yoga, practicing since 1998. She is a certified ERYT 500 yoga teacher with Yoga Alliance and holds an 800-hour CIAYT certification from the International Association of Yoga Therapists. Throughout her life, Courtney has faced significant challenges, including early menopause, job loss, a serious arm injury, and the difficulties of the COVID pandemic. After experiencing these trials and going through a divorce, she returned to Iowa after 20 years in Colorado. These experiences helped her apply the principles of yoga therapy, which provide tools to cope with life's changes. Now dedicated to supporting other women through their transitions, Courtney shares the insights and strength she has gained along her journey, helping others find their resilient and personal power. Please welcome Courtney.
I forgot my mic. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'm really grateful to be here too. I feel honored to be at this conference. We're gonna take a yoga nap today, and what a yoga nap is. Before we get started, have any of you done yoga before? You know about yoga? So, and do any of you know about yoga nidra? Have you heard of yoga nidra or yoga sleep? So there's some really exciting research out there that says that 20 to 30 minutes of yoga nidra is like taking a 3 to 4 hour nap. It's that rejuvenating. And so I thought here after lunch, it might be nice to give you guys some nourishment with a beautiful rest, and then you'll feel rejuvenated to go on with the rest of your day for the rest of your presentations and such. I want to get started though with just some centering. And what centering is I'm just going to ask you to close your eyes and breathe and listen to my voice. And that's really your job for the entire presentation. But so just find your seat. And what I mean by that is feel the parts of your body that are either touching the floor or touching your chair. And just breathe naturally. But notice if there are any parts of your body that are asking for your attention. It might feel like pain. It might feel like your mind just keeps thinking about a part. There might be a charge in a part of your body. And there's nothing to fix or change. Just recognize what your body is telling you. Even if it's as simple as, I'm sitting here. Then bring your awareness to your breath. And notice the qualities of your breath. Is it deep or shallow? Meaning, does your belly move when you're breathing? Or is it stuck up in your chest? Is it smooth or jagged? So if it's smooth, are the inhales and exhales happening easily? If it's jagged, they might just feel like they're getting stuck somewhere along the way, or like you're holding them in the process of your breath. And notice whether it's hard for you to even pay attention to your breath, or if you're able to easily connect with your breath. And there's no right or wrong with any of this. It's just an observation of what's happening in this moment. Now, pay attention to your mood. Any emotions that came in with you. Maybe you're feeling hopeful. Maybe you're feeling nervous. Maybe you're feeling sad or happy. And once again, it's just an awareness of what is in this moment. Then notice how close you feel to a positive quality like peace. How close are you to feeling peaceful, to feeling contentment in this moment? Maybe you feel that way. Maybe you feel like, oh, I don't know if I'll ever feel that way. And just notice. Now, bring your awareness back to your breath. And however it is in this moment, can you make your breath a little longer, smoother, and softer? Just a longer, smoother, softer breath. And pay special attention to the part in the breath cycle where your inhale becomes your exhale and where your exhale becomes your inhale. And try to smooth those transitions out. Take 3 more longer, smoother, softer breaths. And after your 3rd breath, you can open your eyes. Do you feel different from when you walked in? A little calmer, a little more grounding? So that is a tool that you can take with you when you leave this room. And it's so simple. I'm not saying that it's easy. Nothing is easy sometimes. But it's a very simple tool that you can take with you. And when you feel yourself getting worked up, just take a couple of longer, smoother, softer breaths. And this state, this kind of relaxation is accessible to you, even when things are crazy and tough. So Yoga Nidra, I told you a little bit about what Yoga Nidra is. It's yoga sleep. And I'm going to ask you to, if you're comfortable, lay down on the ground. If you're not comfortable or need to stay seated, that's perfectly fine too. If you want to be on the ground but be seated, feel free to move to a wall and prop up against a wall, prop your back up against a wall. I want you to be able to get as relaxed as possible. So I'm going to let you just kind of find your seat or your laying down space. And your only job for the next 20 to 30 minutes is going to be to listen to my voice, to stay as still as possible, and to bring your awareness to the places that I'm telling you to bring your awareness to. Please know that there's no right or wrong to this. If you fall asleep, it's totally fine. That means that your body needs sleep right now. If you can't pay attention to every word that comes out of my mouth, if you lose parts of what I'm saying, don't worry about that either. Just trust that you're going to get out of it what you need to in this moment. And so yeah, don't worry if you miss something. It's totally fine. Just pop back in whenever you're ready, or whenever you can. All right. If you're seated or laying down, please close your eyes. And we always start Yoga Nidra with a welcome to the practice of Yoga Nidra. Allow your body to prepare for Yoga Nidra. If you're laying down, your body is in a straight line from your toes to your head. If you're seated, sit up as best you can and try to straighten your body as best you can with relaxation. Your legs are slightly apart and your arms are slightly away from your torso with your palms of your hands facing upwards. If this position with the palms upward is uncomfortable, then allow your palms to be turned down. If you're seated, just rest your hands on your lap. Allow any natural adjustments of your body that bring you to a place of comfort. Close your eyes very lightly, then open them again. Now allow them to close more completely. Allow yourself to experience the Yoga Nidra without efforting. Just follow my voice, and if you're unable to experience some of the suggestions or visualizations, let them go by and continue the Yoga Nidra. Now with your body steady and comfortable, notice the level of relaxation in your body. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, allow your level of relaxation to double, so you become twice as relaxed. Notice your level of relaxation now, and once again, as you exhale, allow your level of relaxation to double. Now notice the weight of your body on the floor or in your chair, and allow each part of your body to become heavier. Sense the heaviness of your legs and feet. Sense the weight of your pelvis against the earth, and allow your pelvis to become heavier. Sense the weight of your torso and spine, and allow it to sink down into the earth. Notice the weight of your shoulders and arms, and allow them to become heavy, as if melting into the earth beneath. Sense the weight of your head on the earth, and allow that sense of weight and connection to the earth increase, so that your head becomes one with the earth beneath. Now sense your whole body sinking down into the earth, completely relaxed, stable, and at ease. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and as you listen to each number, you're going to relax one facet of your being. 1, become aware of your physical body. Relax your physical body completely. 2, become aware of your breath and soften your breath. 3, become aware of any thoughts and feelings, and without needing to change them in any way, simply soften them and allow them to rest. 4, become aware of your inner observer, the one who watches the body, the mind, and the breath, and allow your inner witness to rest. 5, even more deeply, notice the very essence of your being, that which exists beyond all conditioning. Unite with this inner self whose qualities are lightness, ease, and freedom, and rest deeply. From this place of deep connection, allow an affirmation or a statement that you want to be true about your life to arise spontaneously from within your being, and repeat it 3 times silently with deep feeling as an intention to guide you at this moment in your journey. We now begin the rotation of consciousness by moving through the different parts of your body. As you move from part to part, listen to my voice, say the name of the body part to yourself, visualize that part of the body, feel the sensations there, and sense the movement of awareness from one part of the body to another. Bring the focus of your attention to your right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, right wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, right armpit, right ribs, waist, right hip, right thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, right heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Now sense the whole right side of the body, the right side of the body, the whole right side of the body. Next, bring your awareness to your left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, left wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, left armpit, left ribs, waist, left hip, left thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, left heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Now sense the whole left side of the body, the left side of the body, the left side of the body. Now sense both feet together. Now the backs of both legs, the hips, the low back, the middle back, the upper back, and both shoulder blades. Now the front of the body, the tops of the feet, the shins, the knees, the front of the pelvis, the abdomen, solar plexus, and chest. Now bring your attention to the neck, the back of the neck, the front of the neck, the right side, left side of the neck, the whole neck. Now bring your attention to your head. Feel the back of your head, top of the head, right side of the head, left side of the head, front of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, right eye, left eye, right temple, left temple, right cheek, left cheek, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, jaw. Now sense the inside of your mouth, the floor of the mouth, the roof of the mouth, your tongue. Now sense the entire head, the entire head, the entire head. Finally, sense the entire body, the entire body, the entire body, the presence of the whole body totally relaxed upon the earth. As you rest with deep awareness of the body, you become aware of sense perceptions within it. Sense your body as very heavy. The legs are heavy, the pelvis is heavy, the torso is heavy. The shoulders, arms, and hands are heavy as if sinking into the earth. The head is heavy, and the senses themselves are heavy. The nose and sense of smell are heavy, the mouth and sense of taste, the eyes and sense of sight. Sense the eyes sinking all the way back into the earth. The skin and sense of touch are heavy, and the ears and sense of hearing are heavy as if sinking down into the earth. Sense your whole body is heavy, becoming one with the earth beneath. Now, sense your body is very light. The legs are light. The pelvis is light. The torso is light. The shoulders, arms, and hands are light as if levitating above the earth. The head is light, and the senses themselves are light. The nose and sense of smell are light. The mouth and sense of taste. The eyes and sense of sight. Sense the eyes levitating above the earth. The skin and sense of touch are light, and the ears and sense of hearing are light as if levitating above the earth. Sense your whole body as light, levitating above the earth. This sense of lightness naturally allows you to connect with your breath, the natural flow of your breath. Each inhalation, each exhalation. Don't try to change the rhythm. Keep the flow totally natural, no effort, just feeling the breath in the body. The areas naturally expand and relax. Now focus your awareness on the movement of the breath in your low abdomen, below the navel. Your abdomen is rising and falling with every breath. With each inhalation, your abdomen rises, and with each exhalation, it softens. Now start counting your breaths backwards from 5 to 1. 5, abdomen rising. 5, abdomen resting. 4, abdomen rising. 4, abdomen resting, until you get to 1. Now shift your attention to your chest. Your chest is expanding and relaxing on each breath. Concentrate on this movement of the chest as you count your breaths from 5 to 1. 5, chest expanding. 5, chest relaxing. 4, chest expanding. 4, chest relaxing, until you get to 1. Now shift your attention to the flow of the breath in your nostrils. With each inhalation, you feel cool air entering the nostrils, and with each exhalation, you feel slightly warmer air flowing out of the nostrils. Concentrate on this movement of the breath flowing through the nostrils as you count your breaths from 5 to 1. 5, breath flowing in through your nostrils. 5, breath flowing out. 4, breath flowing in through your nostrils. 4, breath flowing out, until you get to 1. Now, imagine a channel of subtle energy infused with crystal white light that runs from the base of your body to the crown of your head. Breathe slowly up and down this channel of energy. With each inhalation, breathe upward along the channel, sensing crystal light ascending as you count from 1 to 5. And with each exhalation, the crystal light descends along this channel as you count from 5 to 1. Count slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as the breath ascends, and then count in reverse, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, as the breath descends. 2 more times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breath ascending, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, breath descending. 1 more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting in this space of openness, visualize the following images as I say them. A landscape of red rocks sculpted by the wind. a landscape of red rocks sculpted by the wind. A crescent moon in the multicolored dawn. A crescent moon in the multicolored dawn. A bonfire on a beach with the sound of crashing waves. A bonfire on the beach with the sound of crashing waves. White clouds floating across a perfectly blue sky. White clouds floating across a perfectly blue sky. Your body bathing in the light of a full moon. Your body bathing in the light of the full moon. The snow-covered Himalayas stretching infinitely. The snow-covered Himalayas stretching infinitely. Now see yourself at the beginning of a trail with the snow-covered Himalayas in the distance. You set out along this trail, immersed in the present moment and all the details of the natural world around you. The trail is bordered by meadows of brightly colored wildflowers, and beyond these, majestic rhododendron tress covered with bright spring blossoms. You journey on, taking in the scenery with the infinite Himalayas as the background scene. In the distance, you hear a roaring river racing down a steep mountain gorge. As you come closer, you see that the only way to cross it is on a wooden rope bridge, swaying in the wind currents, rising up from the churning water. You hesitate for a moment, then go deep inside yourself where you find a place of equanimity, always undisturbed by anything in your surroundings. You attune to your breathing and cross the river step by step with grace and ease, guided by a light from within your own being. Once across, the trail ascends and you enter a canyon that frames a single infinitely high mountain peak, allowing you to sense your oneness with the mountain's infinite energy. As you reach the top of the canyon, you find a place, a doorway hewn from the rock, and you enter this place and find at its center an enormous crystal, wider and taller than your body. Directly in front of it, there's a soft seat for meditation where you sit and close your eyes, sensing immediately the crystal's energy and luminosity. Deep within the crystal, you sense an image of yourself, but very different from the one you're used to seeing. It's an image of your essence without the conditioning of the personality, comprised only by the qualities of your true being, which you absorb and integrate effortlessly. Wholeness, harmony, peace, and an absolute knowing that you are that which you seek. As you integrate these qualities, a golden light manifests within your heart center that you may carry with you always as a way of remembering that the recognition of your true being and the integration of its qualities is your life's purpose and meaning. Infused with these essential qualities, you complete your meditation, and holding your golden light within your heart, begin your return journey, descending and appreciating all the sights and sounds along the way, sensing that you can integrate the qualities of your essential being into daily living. As you come back to the beginning of the trail, you take some time to rest, infused with the quality of your inner being, completely at peace. Now, to complete your yoga nidra, repeat your affirmation, the intention you made at the beginning of your yoga nidra journey 3 times silently. You will slowly return by counting back from 5 to 1. 5, become aware of the deeper feeling of well-being related to the qualities of your essential being. 4, become aware of your inner observer that witnesses without identifying. 3, become aware of your thoughts and feelings totally balanced and harmonized. 2, become aware of the breath moving throughout your body. 1, become aware of the whole body lying on the floor or seated in your chair, the body connected with the earth. Become aware of your surroundings, and then slowly begin to move your toes, your fingers, your wrists and ankles. You might stretch your whole body, awakening the entire body. You might roll onto your side for a moment or two and rest there. Keep your eyes gently closed and take your time to return to a seated position. And when you find your seat, there's no rush or hurry. Just take a moment to acknowledge how you feel different from about a half hour ago. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. You might just notice how the light feels different in the room. I always think it does. How was that for you? It was really good. Really good? Okay, good. I get worried sometimes when I'm going through that because I'm like, is this too weird? I don't know. I always feel so good afterwards, but I'm like, if it's new to people, I'm always worried it's weird. So I'm glad it felt good to you. I know you have a kind of a big day ahead of you, rest of the day ahead of you. So I do want to do just a little bit of movement, which we can do from the floor or from a seat. But before we get to it, I thought I'd give you a couple more breath exercises that you can take with you. So just a little lesson on breath work. Your exhales are associated with getting more grounded and with calming down. And your inhales are associated with bringing energy into your space and into your life. And so it's a really simple idea, but when you need to be grounded, if you just focus on making your exhales a little bit longer than your inhales, you'll get a little bit more grounded. So I'm thinking you're all feeling pretty grounded right now. So we'll actually do the other one where we'll build some energy up, and we'll focus on making the inhales a little bit longer than the exhales. You'll only need about 3 of these to feel like you had a little shot of coffee. So the first thing that we'll do is to know that we're going to count the breaths. So we'll exhale all the air out. Just exhale your breath. And then inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very fast exhale. 3, 2, 1. Now inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Real fast exhale for 3, 2, 1. One more of those. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Real fast exhale, 3, 2, 1. Feel a little energy? Or is that weird too? I don't know. Yeah, so you can always take these little practices with you and just know that if things are getting crazy and you just need a little minute, just take three breaths with a longer exhale than the inhale. And the ratio is usually 2 to 1 in either direction. So if I'm breathing for 4 counts in, I try to exhale for 4 counts out to ground. If I'm trying to build energy, I could breathe in for 6 or 8 and exhale for 3 or 4. Any questions about that? Put it in your back pocket and save it for later. The other thing about these breath exercises that you can do, it's really awesome if you can practice them when you don't need it. So if you really liked that longer, smoother, softer breath, or if you really like the energizing breath or the grounding breath, my suggestion is to do it when you wake up in the morning before you get out of bed. Just take a few breaths to practice whichever one of those options you want to get really good at. Or before you go to bed, I wouldn't do the energizing one before bed, but the longer, smoother, softer, or the longer exhale ones before bed. Because the more that you practice these things when you don't need it, the more accessible they are to you when you need it. It's like, just building those muscles of, oh yeah, I have this breath thing that I can do. The more that it's part of what you do day to day, the more that you'll just know it's there when it comes time. So should we do a little movement? This is called the joint freeing series, and it's exactly what you think it would be by that name. We're just going to move all the joints. If you're seated in a chair, actually, I think I'm going to do this from the chair, and if you're seated on the floor, you'll just do what I'm doing from the chair, but on the floor. On the floor, you're going to start with your legs out straight like this. In the chair, you'll just straighten your legs a little bit, all right? So first, we're going to move the ankles. On the exhale, you'll flex your feet towards your face, and on your inhale, you're going to point your toes. On your exhale, flex your feet. Inhale, point your toes. Exhale, flex your feet. Inhale, point your toes. All right. The next thing we're doing with the ankles is pretend my hands are my feet. On the exhale, you're going to bring the outsides of your feet towards one another, and on the inhale, you're going to flatten them again. So exhale, they come towards one another, and inhale, they flatten. So things that you might be noticing with this is that one side is easier than the other. One side feels uncomfortable, the other one side feels really great. Maybe they both feel the same. All right, so next we're gonna move the knees. So if you're seated, we'll start on the right side. On the floor, I'll show you what it looks like on the floor first, and then I'll move to the chair. So on the floor, you're just gonna pull your knee into your chest. And from your seat, you're just gonna bend your knee. So your leg is straight, and then you'll bend it. So on the exhale, the knee bends, and on the inhale, the leg straightens. Exhale, the knee bends. Exhale, or inhale, it straightens. One more on the right, exhale, and inhale. Now left, exhale, knee, inhale, exhale, and inhale. The next is for the hip. I'm going to show you from the seat. If you're in the seat, you're just going to turn your right leg outside, and then you're going to bring your right knee closer to your left. So you're just rotating your right thigh as much as you can. And I'm going to do the one from the seat, from the ground with y'all, because it's a little trickier. Don't overthink it though, because if you're trying to overthink it, your body's not going to do what you want it to do. So you're going to start with your legs at a V, and on the exhale, you'll turn the right foot so that the inside of the foot comes to the ground. Your right hip will lift, and then you're going to bring your foot towards your leg, your other leg. And then you're going to bring the pinky side of the foot to the ground, and inhale, it comes out, and then exhale, it comes in. Inhale, it's out, and exhale, it's in. All right, so we'll do the other one now. Exhale, it comes in. Left hip will lift, and inhale, it comes out. And exhale, it comes in. Inhale, it's out. One more. Exhale in, and inhale out. All right. Next, we come to a tabletop position. So this is a little bit weird. Just hands and knees. And if you're in your seat, you'll just do this stuff from a seat. You can bring your hands to your knees. And we're going to do cows and cats. So on the inhale, it's cow pose, belly drops, chin lifts, tailbone lifts. And exhale is cat pose. Round your spine, tuck your chin and tailbone. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Now from hands and knees, bring your knees to touch. And you're going to be like you're stirring a big pot of soup. And you're just going to bring your hips in one direction 3 times. As you inhale, the hips go back, like you're lengthening through your arms. And as you exhale, your shoulders come to stack over your hips. And from your seat, you're just moving around on your hips. You'll go 3 times in one direction, and then 3 times in the other direction. Is anybody else sweating? I'm like, whew, this is simple movements, but I'm warm. All right. Okay, now you can come to your seat again, and now we'll do the upper body. So we'll start with the wrists. You can do this with your arms straight out like this. That's a lot for me. I usually do it with my elbows bent into my chest, but if you want a little bit extra action, you can keep your arms out straight like that. So on the inhale, just like the feet, you're gonna point your fingers down, and as you exhale, flex your hands up. Inhale, point your hands down, and exhale, point your hands up. One more. This is really good for circulation and for the lymphatic system. Exhale, hands up. Okay, now like you're holding a tray out in front of you. On the inhale, you're pointing your hands away, and try to keep your hands parallel to the ground. And then as you exhale, fingers point towards one another. Inhale, they go away, and exhale, they come together. Inhale, away, and exhale, together. Now make a fist with your hands, the thumbs on the inside. And we're just circling the wrists. Inhale, they go out, and exhale in. And you're trying to do this without moving your forearms. It might be really tiny circles. It took me a long time to get my wrists to move, so some of these don't come necessarily that easy. And then we'll go in the other direction. Inhale, away, and exhale, together. 2 more. All right, now we move on to the elbows. So bring your hands to your shoulders, elbows point straight out above, in front of you. On the inhale, lengthen your arms, and exhale, hands to shoulders. Inhale, lengthen arms. Exhale, hands to shoulders. One more time, inhale, lengthen arms. Exhale, hands to shoulders. Now keep your hands on your shoulders. As you inhale, separate your elbows. And as you exhale, bring your elbows to touch. I can't, but maybe you can. Inhale, elbows wide. Exhale, they touch. One more. Inhale, elbows wide. Exhale, elbows touch. Now bring your elbows wide again and make a goalpost with your arms. On the inhale, your hands are up. On your exhale, they go down. And keep your elbows at shoulder height if you can. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms down. Now straighten the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, down and back. Now bring your hands to your knees. So we're doing cats and cows again from the seat, but this time you're focusing on the space between your shoulder blades. So instead of you moving your ribs, you're trying to move the upper back and upper shoulders. So it's inhale like this, and it's a very nuanced thing, so it's okay if you don't quite find it. And then this way, and you're trying to stretch the space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, shoulders together. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Great, come back to center. Now it's lateral stretching, so we'll start, I'll mirror you. So you'll lift your right arm up and arc over to the side, and exhale to center. Left arm, inhale up, and exhale to center. 2 more on each side. Inhale, and exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. All right, now we twist. So inhale, lengthen through your spine, and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Center. Exhale, right. Center. Exhale, left. Last one, inhale, center. Exhale, right. Center, inhale. Exhale, left. Come back to center. Now we do the neck. So we'll start by looking up and down, and you never want to crank your neck. Just go real small if you have neck issues, but go big if it feels good. So inhale, you'll lift your chin, and exhale, you'll tuck your chin. Inhale up, and exhale down. Last one, inhale up, and exhale down. Now bring your head back to neutral, and we'll go ear to shoulder. Start on the right side. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhale, left arm, left shoulder. Exhale, center. Now to the right, inhale. And exhale. Left. And exhale one last time. Inhale to the right. And exhale, center. Inhale left, and exhale center, and then we twist. Exhale to the right, chin towards the shoulder. Inhale center, exhale to the left. Inhale center, 2 more. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale, and exhale, and inhale. You're all yogaed up. How do you feel? Feel good? Ready to face your day now? Awesome. So if you're interested in knowing more about what I do, I have some business cards here. If you want me to send you a printout of the joint freeing series that we just did, you can email me, so just grab a business card and email me. Ladies, if you want to work with me from a yoga therapy standpoint, I do virtual work. If you live in the Coralville, Iowa City area, we can do it in person as well. I have a little packet with some information if you're interested in working with me for yoga therapy. Are any of you close to the Coralville, Iowa City area? Not really, because I do teach a couple of classes during the day too. So if you're ever in that neighborhood on Tuesdays or Thursdays at noon, I have classes too. I really appreciate that y'all were here.